Yeah, this is Trilla G, and you don't know already, you're watching Cranberry TV, but it's not bitter because we're keeping it 100% juicy. Yeah man, big up.
Welcome back to another episode of Parlé, where we speak to the who's who in Dominica, find out a little bit about them, what their intentions are, and where they see themselves in the future. Tonight's episode features Trilla on the mic. This episode is brought to you by Connect 767, Rapid Response Recovery, and Triple Star Sound.
Triple Star Sound, your one-stop shop for professional and reliable audio-visual solutions. Our cutting-edge production services will surpass your expectations to your next event. Be it your next wedding, concert, festival, backyard party, community, and corporate event. With our top-of-the-line large inventory of JBL Pro Audio, LED walls, HD and 4K projectors, lighting, fog machines, DJ screens, and stages will make your next event the talk of the town. We also offer on-site technical services, including sound engineering, mixing, and stage management. All you have to do is contact Triple Star Sound for your next event. Telephone number 347-699-6370 or email us at triplestarsound@gmail.com. Triple Star Sound, where quality meets quantity.
Make the bawage, make the bawage, make the bawage, block the road.
Trilogy basically came from, high school days when I was just trying something, trying to do music as a hobby, per se. And there was this group of guys that I used to chill with. They used to call themselves, Trillists. And I basically used that word because I just liked it so much, the way that it sounded and what it interpreted, being real and being authentic and being true to yourself, that I just basically took the first letter from my name, which is Gael, and I took the trill from Trillist and I put it together, Trilla G, and I just find that Trilogy itself, was like a play on words with the real word trilogy and so on. I just thought it was pretty cool. So it just means to me, being authentic and being real and being true to yourself, Well, there was a song that I recorded. The name of it was Color Me. It was for a Color Me event, a jam, a paint and powder jam. That was at Cicero back in 2017 when I basically just got my foot grounded in the artist world, so to speak. And we were at the studio, we recorded the first draft, and the following day we had to come back and put backups and ad-libs and all that. So in the beginning of the song it was empty. So I watched Ranji, one of my managers, and I was like, chill on the mic, is that they like? And I don't know, from there I just love to hear that song, and from there, that moment on, that just stuck with me. So I just realized I can use that as my moniker. So it's like every other track from then, it was Trilogy on the mic, is that they like? Yeah. Well, I always love to do music. Like I said, since from high school days, I was doing it as, a hobby. But then there came the time when we started doing rap battles in the college, and everybody was looking at that and really entertained. So I figured to myself, like, I have a serious talent that I can utilize and, inspire and influence people. So I was like, yeah, let me try to see where that goes. And so that's basically what that got me into the whole artist vibes. And we dropped that single, No Pirate. That's when I just met Ranji. And then he sent me to the studio. He paid for studio time, everything. And we came out with No Pirate. People enjoyed it. And so from then, we just decided we were going at it. I didn't plan on limiting myself to any genre. I believe that I can tackle any genre and create a nice piece of art, once I set my mind to it. And I was basically experimenting. So we came across that type of genre, that African zouk kind of style, and I decided that I was going to try to create something on that. So I heard the beat and instantly I fell in love with it. It's from Premier Gao. Yeah, that's the name of the song. So I basically freestyle, and I like woman. So I basically just picture everything I can tell a woman, you know, not everything, but you know, certain phrases, certain things I tell a woman to make her excited, to entice her, to arouse her, and I basically just put that in song form.
This episode of Parlé is brought to you by Rapid Response Recovery. Rapid Response Recovery for all your heavy duty needs. We are the heavy towing and recovery specialists for breakdown of cars, trucks, buses, and machinery. We offer 24-hour roadside assistance, crane service, container hauling, goods hauling, island-wide service, and so much more. Rapid Response Recovery for all your heavy-duty needs.
My biggest influence is in music. Well, in Dominica, we have Asa Bantan, who is the Bouyo boss. You know, he really inspired me from a young age in terms of what he was doing in Bouyo music and his lyrical abilities. You know, you have Triple K Band. They really inspired me as well. And then you have other artists locally that are doing their thing. On a regional level, I like Bunji Garlin, you know, because he's a lyrical fella and that's what represents me here in Dominica. He's a good freestyle and so on. Internationally, Kanye West will always be one of my favorite artists ever, just because of how much he just pushes barriers and just break barriers and do how much thing in hip hop music. So yeah.
So a lot of people have been saying on social media that you are one of the best lyricists in Dominica presently. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel great, man, because that's what I pride my work on, that's what I pride myself on, is being able to tell a story, being able to bring across things, topics in a very poetic manner. You know, I always like poetry from since I was a little boy. I write in poems, write in songs, and so I basically love metaphors and similes and hyperboles and all those kind of things. So it makes me feel really great when people notice the effort that I take into writing and putting the pen to the paper. And yeah, I just basically love being a lyricist and so on. Basically, it doesn't really take much, because once I have an idea, once I have an inspiration, it's just start typing on my notepad on my phone and basically just start writing down ideas. And sometimes all it takes is that first line. Once I have that first line, that opening line, just like with the prayer when I said, even as I take a shot of this black label whiskey, once I have that first line, the rest of the story just write itself, you know? So yeah. Yeah, well, the prayer actually came about when I was, you know, just scrolling through YouTube, and I was listening to a song called Bless Me by Good Girl Ellie. And I remember just falling in love with this song on an instant. So I hit up my producer, Savion Beats, and we basically just came up with a rhythm, so to speak. And from there, that same lyric, even as I take a shot of this black label whiskey, Lord, I please pray that you bless me. That was the first thing I thought of, like out of nowhere. I just thought of that, and I was like, wow, that deep. So I just keep on writing, and I thought about my mother, I thought about my father that passed, and I was like, I just wanted to bring about something that was very touching and emotional to me, so that other people probably going through that same situation can relate to it. And it was a whole mix of different processes and emotions, such as, you know, Bouyo music itself doesn't touch in those crevices, in those cracks and corners. So I wanted to bring out something authentic and real, which suggests the name Trilogy, you understand? Bring out something real for the people, you know? The main thing I would change, the main thing I want us to work on is being more of a brotherhood, you know? Being more of our brother's keeper and looking out for one another, because I think that the music industry is very segregated right now. It's very separated right now. So that is one thing I would fix for sure, you know? Just watch. I feel like, you know, people will talk regardless. So all I can do is put in that work and just prove you wrong. Because you know, when you just start, people will have a list of things to say. And then when you start working and start improving, you know, all critics can never be wrong. They have some things they say that you can work on, which is true. And then you do it, and then they start making up other stuff. So you just basically have to filter out the real from the fake. And then there's those that when you start putting in your work and you start doing what you have to do, they go quiet. So all I can do is sit down and learn from everybody and basically do exactly what I have to do, what I must do, and just keep my head on and focus on the mission. That's it.
So would you say that your critics motivate you to do better?
Of course. Because my critics, I appreciate them. I do appreciate the good and the bad, you know, and without the bad you will not be able to, you know, push yourself to be better, you know, and I like to make people eat their words. Well, Trilla G is a very a weird fella, man, but weird in a good way, you know. Creative, funny, humorous, like to take kicks, like to free up, but you know, still sort of a loner. So I'm one that you can call like a popular loner. You know, I cool with everybody, I nice, but sometimes you just need your own space for you to reflect and just, you know, keep your mind at ease and level and so on. So, you know, I like to create a balance in my life. A very social guy, kicks off, but sometimes I just need my little, you know, time to reflect. What I love most about being an artist is the ability to inspire and influence, you know, generations from young to old. People who listen to my music, they really can see the story that I'm trying to tell and what I'm trying to bring across, and they basically have a good time at any time when, you know, they listen to my music, which is what I aspire to do. So yeah, that's what I love. What I hate the most about being an artist, I don't hate being an artist at all. But if you had to ask me what I hate most about being an artist in Dominica, I would tell you that the population, the number of people in the country that really consuming bouyon music, it does get a bit challenging at times. So that makes the bouyon a little harder to sell. You really have to come out with some great shit, like great material. So it basically keeps you on your toes. So you just come out strong, hit them hard, and that's it. But you cannot afford to slack off, because, you know, there are a lot of other artists that are trying to make music as well, so you have to make sure you're on top of your A game, you know? Yeah. Dishonesty and trying to put on an image that you're not. I always believe in being authentic and in being real, and I hate dishonesty, you know. My team and I, you know, we're very big on loyalty, so that's why I'm able to fit in seamlessly with my team, you know, 365 Music, you know, we big on honesty. So that's one of my biggest pet peeves, dishonesty. If somebody lied to me, like I said, I deal with a woman, and I find out that whatever she told me was a lie, and I know the truth, I can just cut you off completely. You know, no questions asked, nothing. No matter how much I thought I loved you, dishonesty. The Carnival season was nice. Trust me, it was nice, and it was a different experience. You know, tagging along with Triple K, big up Triple K one time. We did couple openings with them. It made the Carnival season seem more full, you know, and I did a lot more gigs than usual. Mainly due to the prayer song, which was a big song. So all that just helped, you know, put the icing on the cake for the Carnival season. So I really enjoyed this season. And my biggest takeaways from this season is to basically just be the best that I can be, so that, you know, whenever someone hears my music or they see me on stage performing, they can realize that, you know, I'm very serious about this, and I try my best to be as professional as I can in every aspect, so that, you know, it can maybe better me going forward, and probably I'll have an even bigger Carnival season next year. So yeah, I'm gonna be an international superstar, an international sensation, you check, because I believe I have the the power, I have the raw talent. So it's just to basically sit down and take a look at myself and see how I can reach there and just make things happen. You know, it's just a matter of like doing the right things and networking, meeting the right people and taking the right approach, the right steps to just make everything fall seamlessly. But I believe I have the power and the passion and the drive to reach there one day. It's a good thing, man. It's a good thing. Once the bouyon music reaches out there, then it's just a matter of time before authentic and real bouyon artists that actually appreciate the culture and know where bouyon music came from and know exactly what to do with bouyon music comes in and just floods the gates. The thing is, you know, we're not quite there yet with some of the things that, you know, we produce, but with the right level of professionalism and energy and so on, the ones that have to reach there will reach there, man. Check? So it's just a matter of time.
So what would you say that you would improve about the bouyon in Dominica?
To me, the bouyon in Dominica is, well, the popping bouyon in Dominica is what the people want. So if something not broken, don't fix it. You know, just make sure whatever you're doing is quality, and make sure you put out good professional music. My approach to bouyon music might not be everybody else's approach, so everybody has to just basically do what they have to do to the best of their ability, and if it works for them, then it works for them. But in terms of improving anything in Dominica, I wouldn't do that, because everybody have their style and everybody, you know, doing what they have to do to put money on their table and feed their family. So most times when Trilla playing somewhere, crazy shit does happen.
What?
Well, basically the songs are the performances I just try to put on. You know, you can never tell what's going to happen in a Trilla show. You check when Trilla playing. Like I have this new song coming out. I think I'll drop it in 2021. When Trilla play, it's not a show, it's a party. You check? So, you know, the craziest experience for me was, I can remember 2018, I tried something. I tried to make like everybody make a hole in the crowd, and there's this song I Pop the Cherry. So I sent out like bottles of cherry soda in the crowd, and we basically had to close the gap and jump up and send cherry soda and thing. And when we did that, the crowd reaction was just epic, pure pandemonium, you know. So that was one of the craziest, most mind-blowing experiences for me. You know, it's something that always keep on ringing in my ears from my managers, Tridel, Ranji, and even Dada told me that once, you know, just they told me that I have a lane, and I just have to walk in that lane, and you know, just be me. Don't try to be like everybody else, and so on, which is something I take pride in doing myself. So them ringing it in my ears, just basically always telling me to just do what I have to do, just remain Trilogy, and just be patient. You know, that's another important thing. Just being patient, and whatever has to happen for me will happen, and things start to happen. So I'm very grateful for all the advice everybody's been giving me, you know. You can find me on YouTube, Trilogy, you know, TRILLA-G, or you can take out the dash in this space if you want. You can find all my music on YouTube, on my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram at Trilla on the mic. My Facebook is Trilla on the mic, and my Facebook page is Trilogy as well. I'm currently working on other social media such as Twitter and others, but yeah, just stay tuned. More tracks coming out, more music coming out, more content, more stuff, more Trilogy, you know. Trilogy, I was going to try to just give my fans exactly what they want, which is more of me, more quality, more professionalism, more epic performances, and I love you guys. Thank you so much for being with me, following me, and witnessing the journey together with me, because when I make it, I will never forget you guys. I do it for you, you know.
Vibes.